Hey guys, so welcome back to my motivational series. Guys, this show here is all about motivating you to become a better person, giving you ideas that I've grabbed throughout the day so I can help you grow, so I can make sure that you're a leader, so I can help you do something amazing. Guys, no matter what, you have to realize that when you're traveling throughout life, that you're on your own. You understand? You never bring people with you, you never do anything to harm other people, you make sure that you're speaking truth, but make sure that you realize that you can never define truth, that you can only see the truth. You understand? So no matter what, all my motivational series content is just based on let's help you grow in life. And no matter what, you have to realize to never go backwards, just keep going forwards when you're giving a speech, when you're giving a video, when you're giving your audio, when you're actually writing also. Why? Because you have to move forward, guys. You have to move forward throughout life. You have to be ahead of the time. You have to be making sure no matter what that you're ahead of the financial economy about what's going on today. Because guys, there's a better world out there in terms of your life. You just have to see it. You have to see the future. You understand? You never be in the future, you see the future. How do you see the future? You see it in the moment. You understand? You see the past, you never go in the past. You understand? You see both aspects of life in the moment. Now, to be able to be a better person, what you need to realize is you need to really sophisticate yourself with knowledge. You have to be a person who's really into wisdom, who's really into truth, who's really into integrity and speaking your truth and who you are. Guys, never have shame about anything you've done. Guys, realize that when you're moving forward, when you're still connecting the dots, and when you're really motivated to do business and give free content to help the world, even though you may have failed and made some mistakes along the way, guess what? Make sure you learn from it, and make sure that you do keep your word about your integrity, and make sure that no matter what, that you always expose anything bad that you may have done. You understand? Because when you expose anything bad you may have done, realize that you'll be in the light. Okay, so the whole point of life is expose who you are so that you be in the light. Okay, when you're never in the light, you're in darkness. So what you're doing is behind the scenes more. So anything that's going on behind the scenes, that's what you're doing more of. So what you need to realize is when you expose yourself, you'll be doing more of what's in the light. So the whole point of life is going from poor to rich. You understand? And those people who are born in rich families, guess what? Lucky for you, but guess what? I'm a person who was born in a poor family. I'm not poor right now. I'm a person, no matter what, that I start from the start to finish. I'm never finished throughout anything in life. I make sure no matter what that you guys realize. Those of you that are born in a rich family, guys, you never see how it is to be poor in life. You've never lived that life. So guys, I have lived a poor life, and I'm actually very grateful to have been living in a poor family. Why? Because to go from poor to rich and keep your riches throughout generations, that's the way to live life. Those people who are born in rich families, you understand, they either stay rich or become poor and then go rich, or become poor and die. You understand? So realize no matter what, no matter what you're doing, as Bill Gates says, he says, if you start off poor and you finish poor, that's nobody's fault but yours. You understand? Then you have to understand that no matter what, it's never your fault either way. But just realize that you have this block of time where you can actually improve yourself, where you can actually have mentors. Guys, life is long. Do you know how long life is? Now, you never know in life. Do you see how long life is? Now, you guys may be saying no, and how can you see how long life is? Well, when you're seeing life, what you're really doing is you're beaming at me. You're just looking at me. You're really looking with intensely with your eyes. You're pointing your eyes directional at me. You understand? And all you're doing is you're projecting your eyes at me. You're actually looking at the truth right here. You understand? You're looking at the truth. You understand? So, am I the truth? Yes, I'm the truth. No matter what, you have to realize that this person who I am right now is always going to be a person growing. You understand? I'm growing because I'm a person from beyond this world growing this body. You understand? And that's what you have to see that. You have to see something bigger in what I've just said. So realize that's what you see in terms of the truth. Now, use that aspect of life and see the whole aspect of how long you'll be here based on what I just said. You understand? Because that's moving forward. That's helping you to grow. That's what you need to realize, that I never slow down for you. You must catch up to me. You understand? I never start my courses all over again just for you. I make sure to start from where I am so that I can continue forward, and you have to catch up to me. Now, guess what? You never catch up to me in the first place. What you're doing is you're catching up to yourself. You understand? You're catching up to more success. You need to be a more successful person in daily life. Guys, there's no ifs and buts here. You understand? There's no ifs and buts. Now, I'm better than ifs and buts in life. And you have to realize that those people who say that really are scammers of life. You understand? Realize to say, I'm better than if, I'm better than Buffett. And I'm better than Butt, I'm better than Warren Buffett, I'm better than all of them. You understand? That's what you need to say. And that way you're going to keep positive. You're always going to be a mystery, always going to be doing something incredible. Guys, no matter what, say someone has sex around you. Okay, you have to realize that you may be going to a hostel, you may be going to a hotel, guys. If they're loud, if they're doing it right next to you, you have to realize, never support it. You understand? Never support that, guys. Make sure that you go somewhere else. You understand? You never need other people having sex around you. You understand? Think about you never think about anything. You understand? You just see it. You just see. Why would you even experience that for yourself? Guys, I've had a situation here in Sunshine Coast in Australia where I had to go in a hostel, and some guy just came up to me and he's just saying, "What, bro?" Saying, "Get up on the bed, bro." Just very intimidating in terms of trying to intimidate me. And I went on my bed, I started to sleep, and then all I hear is this bed rocking. He brought a woman into his bed, and he's rocking her while I sleep. You understand? And guys, do you see that? That's very much suffering for me. I suffered. And guess what? They attacked me for it. Was I a victim? No. Why? I see the truth in the matter. They are victims of that. I exposed them completely. I said to everybody what they were doing. Now, is there a shame there? Yes, it's shameful. It's shameful. Why? Go and get your own bedroom and somewhere else, and go into a toilet or something where it's just you two. You understand? And you're never doing it around me or in the public. You understand? You do that. It's sacred. You understand? Sex is sacred. I said to the person, have sex with, go have sex while your baby's watching. You see how it feels. You understand? Your little baby, 1 year old, go have sex in front of your baby. You understand? Because that's how it feels. You understand? Yeah, it feels that way. And you understand? That's why it's sacred. It's sacred. Sometimes you have parents where they say, never bring it home. Never bring it home. You understand why? Why do they say that? You have a motel. Go somewhere private. Take her somewhere private. Take yourself somewhere private with him or her, whatever. You understand? Instead of bringing them home. I had parents where my dad would say, "Why'd you bring her? You brought her home?" You understand? Guess what? I had no money then. I had nowhere to bring my woman. You understand? So guess what? I was shamed about it. And I understand why. Because it's my biological dad's house. You understand? So guess what I did? I just moved out of home. That's the best situation to put yourself in. And then you can make sure you can go and do your stuff. And no matter what, you have to realize once you move away from home, you've leveled up. You've leveled up in life. You understand? Once you move away, you have to realize to move away from home, you have to discipline yourself in EQ terms. So I speak about this in my course 113 in how to be a positive influence. So make sure you go and read that. No matter what, realize this, always promote yourself, always make sure that you're repeating something in a positive way. I realized recently, no matter what, that once you repeat something in a positive way over and over again, you're going to get people enticed to really hear your message. So no matter what, when you're a person who is actually promoting yourself on video, make the best videos. Make sure that the wind around you is never blowing too much. Make sure that the wind and the sky is clear in terms of life. Make sure, what I mean is that there is no rain, and that you're safe, that you're in a safe place, that it's light, that you can hear yourself clearly, that you can see yourself clearly in the day. Make sure there's in the shade, when you're in the shade, that there is no shade in your video, because otherwise there's no point in watching you. Make sure that when you're branding your photos, make sure you're never sitting on bird shit. Make sure that you're never taking your photos where people in the background are saying hello. You understand? Make sure that you're somewhere nice and beautifully where there is no people, where you can see a branding shot and where it's just you and either an object or a background. You can come and see some of the examples that I've posted inside my Instagram, guys. I have 720 photos in 72 posts. You understand? When you see 100 posts, you see 1,000 photos. Why? Because each post has 10 photos of me. Do you understand? And nobody else does that inside Instagram except for me. So why? That's because I'm unique. Now you can do the same thing as me, and guys in your area, they'll see you and they'll be like, wow, I've never seen somebody else do that. You understand? I've never seen, for example, they'll say, I've never seen you do that, or whatever, and they'll be so enticed to actually come and see what you're doing. So no matter what, currently on my Instagram, I have 2, 5, 6 followers who are actually coming back every single time to see how I am. No matter what, I see that no matter what, I do post for myself. I never post for other people. And when I actually do make an Instagram, guess what? All I'm doing right now is bettering my life. I'm never relying on anybody to succeed. What I'm relying on is just making sure that I succeed for myself, and I just rely on me. I rely on me. Does it mean I trust me? No. I rely on the truth. You understand? I rely on the truth, I trust the truth, and I trust the truth to grow. And that's it, I just follow the truth now. You understand? I follow the truth. Now, I stand for me, I rely on the truth, and I rely on truthful people to succeed. I go and ask a truthful person, hey, teach me please. They can be my teacher, whatever, they have the truth, I'll be there. You understand? I go where the truth is. Yesterday I was also in my bedroom, and guess what happened? I had people down there in the hostel, and they were sitting down together, about 30 of them. And they were all night long. You understand? From 11 o'clock on a Friday night, I'm in bed. All I hear is them. You understand? They understand that those kind of people, the druggers, you understand? And over the next 73 years, they have no lives. You understand? They're little puppets, little ants. You understand? Now I have nothing against ants. I'm just describing something in life. You understand? Now guess what? You have to realize that there is something negative in life and there's something positive in life. Be around the something positives. You understand? I'm a positive who's a something. Be a something positive, someone who's an A double plus in your life, and never A double minus. You understand? Be a person who really is a mathematical person, can calculate your own financial transactions. You can see where your money is going, and you can see what's bad for you. You understand? And you can see the good and bad. You understand? That's the good and evil of life. You understand? Just stick to the good side. Be the good guy. You understand? Because nobody loves the bad guys. Now, in terms of cops and robbers, be the copper. You understand? Guys, realize no matter what, you need to be a person of justice. You need to be a person who's really looking after your mindset, looking after your spirituality, looking after everything you're doing. Make sure no matter what that you see my videos now, guys, I just throw out skills for you in these videos. That's what it's about. It started with 1 minute sections and scenarios. As you may have seen in my previous videos, I was in Melbourne, Adelaide, and I was going around the world. Guys, I started off 1 minute, you understand? And I was really having a difficult time doing all this technology around videos, and guys, I made heaps of mistakes in my videos, heaps of mistakes. And now you can say that my videos are much better quality and I do produce much better videos now. Why? Repeated failure, and I've learned through trial and error how to do my own technology and how to realize how to do better technology in the future by living in the moment. Just realize there is no future. There is no future. So what I said is history. Just realize now that you realize that I can do better videos now, because no matter what, I did the trial and error part up until now. So no matter what, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. So realize that quality videos, quality photos, quality quotes, everything quality, you need to be producing quality. You understand? That's how you become somebody bigger. You understand? So what I do is I produce content in terms of quotes, videos, audios, and guys, writing my journals. Guys, it's all quality. It's all quality. It's all going to teach you something. Self-education is quality. Now, no matter what, how bad my video was, I taught you something. You understand? In those videos. And yes, my quality in this video is a 360 pixel version. 360 pixel. Why? Because it's much easier for me to upload. It's much easier for me to actually download the videos, and much easier for me to upload and load and everything in terms of my videos, so I can always do something incredible. So guys, realize no matter what, you're never getting distracted by other people. Make sure that when you're doing your videos, you're never around people where they can actually start walking around you and talking around you. Understand? So realize this, no matter what, I do make mistakes in my videos, and I've had situations where I'd put the camera down and I'd start to talk, and then suddenly I hear a train into my video. And then, for example, I have had situations where I put a nice beautiful spot. There was a nice beautiful food court. I put my chair there. I have my table there. It was all there already. And no matter what, I started to do my video, and then construction workers were with the saw. Oh, you understand? And it ruins your videos. So realize, just be around somewhere where there's no people. No people. Do your videos somewhere quiet all the time. Be away from people as much as you can, because people cause a disturbance. They distract you. There are people who never care about you. You understand? And they're just causing a mess. You understand? So no matter what, I was in Cairns doing these videos in a pool, and kids all around me jumping around, jumping right next to 1 meter, 1 meter next to me. They're jumping in the pool while I have a technology, while I'm speaking on camera. They're unaware of what they're doing. You understand? So the mom and dad, they're doing nothing about it. You understand? Yeah. And guess what? No matter what, you have to realize, just go your own route, and just realize, never be angry at the world for how they are. Just realize that people never know. I know nothing. Nobody knows nothing in life. But guess what? There are people who see the truth and people who never see the truth. Now, kids, guess what? Do they see the truth? You can say so. You can say so. Kids see the truth. Some of them miss the truth completely. You understand? Some of the kids miss the truth completely. You understand? Because of their parents. And guess what? Is there anybody to blame for this? Guess what? No. You understand? Nobody's to blame. It's just that some people see the truth, some people never see the truth in life. When you see the truth, you shall be set free. You understand? So work for free all your life. Work for free. Do something for free. I have a mentor. His name is Baron Tracy. He says you need a passion, and you need to see. No matter what, he asked me this question. He says, if you had $1 million, what would you do? And I never knew how to answer that question. And then he said, no matter what, you need to be able to do a range of products in terms of what you do with or without money. And he says, once you find that passion where you can do it with or without money, that's when you do it for free. You understand? And now, with the free part, he never said anything about that. You understand? He just said, yes he did. He actually did say, he said, you have to do it with or without money. You understand? So he was saying it all along, and I just became aware of it. So Gary Vaynerchuk is someone who actually exposed, do it for free, do it for free, do it for free. You understand? And he was in the best time to arrive for me to actually start doing these videos, because 1 year ago, which was 2019, and no matter what, I apologize, in 2019, around April, I started to do 1 minute videos and Snapchat videos. They were called my vlog snaps, and I make 1 minute videos and I post 500 of them inside YouTube, and then I took them all down and I posted them in 5 videos. And I started to do 1 minute videos around Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Sunshine Coast, and I started to do all these videos. As you see today, here I am. Guys, no matter what, 9 months later, guys, I'm having a blast. I'm at my best version. I've been working on myself for 1 year, really so much on content, on my self-education. You understand? So what I have going right here is over the next 73 years, guys, it's a long-term perspective. You understand? It's a long-term perspective. I'm not thinking about it. I see the long-term. I see it's long-term. I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. And I plan to live over 73 years more. So I'm 27 years now. I plan to live younger and younger as I age. And I go, I'm never a old person. You understand? So when I say to people, when I ask them, hey, how young are you? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. How young are you? It's never how old you are. You understand? So realize now, when you're giving ideas, when you're doing something amazing, when you're actually in a bright star of your life, when you're actually really in the spotlight of your life, guys, I'm in the spotlight. So what's happening with me is now people get to see me, get to see my journals, get to see my finances, get to see my quotes, get to see everything about me, my videos and how I am and everything. Guess what? It feels amazing. It feels amazing to be in the bright light where people can give me attention now fully. Why? Because I've exposed myself, and it feels amazing to be on camera. It feels amazing, guys. Why was I even scared in the first place? Guess why? I was scared because of my self-esteem. I was scared because of my anxiety, because I had mental health issues, because I was fat, because I was ugly, because I had nothing to say, because I had nothing to give, because I was surrounded by people who were nobodies. You understand? They were nobodies. And guess what? Honest. And guess what? No matter what, you see that. You see that. And guess what? I was led astray by those people. I believed in them. I believed in them. Like they were my God or something. You understand? Just because you're around a crowd of people and you grew up with them for 10 years, 20 years, guys, people go their separate ways. You grew up with a person for 20 years, the person's going, he got married, she got married, they're going to Hawaii to live. How about you? What are you doing now? Where's your friend now? Are they ever going to contact you again? What for? The guy lives in Hawaii, she lives in Hawaii. You understand? Why will they speak with you anymore? They're together, they're married. You understand? What do you got to do with that now? You're a guy and you speak to a girl who's a friend of yours, and she's married to another guy, and they're living overseas and they're having sex and they're having kids, and you're going to continue to speak with them? What for? What for? Goodbye. You understand? That's the way it is. The husband will get, what's he saying? What's he saying? What does he need with you? Why is he always contacting you? You understand? She said, oh, he's my friend. He's my friend. You understand? Never be around those women in the first place. When they say you're my friend, they say goodbye. understand? Just say goodbye. Why? You never need her in your life. You need a person who's actually with you, who is you. You never need friends. You need yourself the most. Yourself is your friend. You never need me. What you need is yourself the most. You understand? I have no friends. I have only me. I have no friends. It's just me. I have myself as a friend. I have more than enough. You understand? People are going to say, they're your friends, they're your friends. Come on, come out with us. Let's drink, let's do some alcohol. They have drugs. You're going to get that stick. You're going to get the stick. How much is a stick? $20, they'll say. You have to come pick it up. That's how I used to be in life. I used to say, oh, let's go get a stick, bro. Are you getting a stick today? I used to say that. Yeah, I used to say that. It's so stupid. You understand? I had no life. I was doing that for 3 years. In and out of 3 years. You understand? And was it worth it? No. Guess what? Every minute of my life was worth it. Yes, it was worth it. All the drugs I took, worth it. Why? Because now I'm a life coach. It was all worth it. But I never suggest you do that. I never suggest you do that because you will have really an uphill climb to really do. You understand? On your own. Nobody will drag you out of it. They will make sure they do everything possible to drag you down, but they will never ever do anything to drag you back up. You understand? So those people you consider your friends, guess what? Imagine it was the opposite around. Imagine it was the opposite way around. They did nothing to drag you down, and they did everything to lift you up. Imagine that those people around you did nothing to drag you down, but everything to lift you up. That's how life's supposed to be. That's what I do. I'll do everything to lift you up. I'll never drag you down. You understand? Why? Because I was a person around people who were just dragging me down and never lifting me up. You understand? That's how it is. And I just found that out right now in this kind of sequence. You understand? So be around people who are only lifting you up and never dragging you down. You understand? When you see me in your local area giving a public speaking speech, I will be doing it. Believe me, I see my truth. You understand? I'll be in and out of places everywhere, giving the truth everywhere. You understand? Giving the truth. I'll give it. Why? Because giving is the truth. You understand? Or is it really? The seeing of the giving is the truth. You understand? The seeing of the giving. Nothing that you do in life is truth. What you do is, you see the truth in what you're doing. You see, when you're walking somewhere, you never think about somebody walking. You never think about her ass. You just see her ass. You understand? You never think about what they're doing while they're having sex. You just see they're having sex. You never think about it. You understand? When you're fearing something, it's because you're lacking the truth. When someone scares you and jolts you, I'm fearless. Say I'm fearless in life. Sometimes I scare myself out of paradise. I say I'm fearless now. Why? So I can get back into the offense. I have to be fearless now. I realized today I can look at a woman and I can sense what she's doing in life. I see what she's doing. I never have to think about what she's saying in life. I never have to think about what people are thinking anymore. Why? There's a saying that says, never care about what other people think. Why? Because it's about the doing now. Let's see the truth in what they're doing. Let's see what they're doing. Never think about what they're doing. Just see it, and you'll really see what they're doing. There's no need to think about it because guess what? You never explain the truth. You see what they're doing. It'll be all understood already. You can understand what people are doing. I see every person from my past and who they are, for who they are right now. Guess what? They're all toxic. All of them. I never need them in my life. They're very much hypocrites. So I stay away from them. I shine now in my spotlight. I do my EQ points and my journaling every single day. Guys, when I write what you never do, it means what you stay away from. When I stay away from something, I say what you never do, and I write it down, and I say I stay away from bird shit. I stay away from bird shit. Yeah? Why? I never stand under a tree where a bird is because it may shit on me. Guess what? You never find me doing that anymore. Why? It's an EQ point. You understand? Once I stay away from something, I may stay away from alcohol, I may stay away from cigarettes. Once I stay away from it, I'm doing it. You understand? That's the point of life. Stay away from more stuff in the world. You realize You can take more action. You can do stuff. You can really live life. That's how I really started everything in my life. When I make a certain action, I'll stay away from doing this action anymore. In me, I find flaws in me, and I say, I'll stay away from this flaw. I'll stay away from this flaw. I'll stay away from saying that. I'll never use this word. I'll never use that word. I'll never use that paradise, whatever. I'll never use those words. I'll never be around those people. I stay away from now. I started slowly in Sydney. I started saying I'll be away from all the Serbian clubs over there. I'll stay away from all the nightclubs. I'm staying away from the nightclubs now. I'm staying away from the casinos. I'm staying away from it. Why? So I can focus on myself and my business. Because when you're going everywhere, do you understand? You have no business. When you love everybody, you never love yourself. I used to be a person who loved everybody. I used to go for everybody. And people would say, why are you going with everybody? Stick with us. That's the same thing. They're leading me astray. Why are you going with there? You can be with us. How about me? That's what I had to ask myself. I never had the decency to ask myself that. You understand? I was going with everybody. I thought everybody was my friend. I thought junkies were my friend. I would go in a nightclub, start doing drugs, and I thought everybody there was my friend. I thought I had some kind of connection with those people. Why? Because I was doing drugs with them. I thought I had to do drugs to have a connection with people. That's the way I was, and it's honest, it's truthful, and it's amazing how my life is just showing this right now. Why? Because I can speak my story now, much better than before. Just then, before I was very schizophrenic-like. I was a person who was very mentally ill. I started my journal, and guess what? I collapsed, and then I started again, and I collapsed, and I started again, and I collapsed, and I started again. And here I am now, just doing it every day. Why? What changed? I kept on coming back into my journal. Started doing my journal more and more. I was scared to expose myself. I was scared and frightened for my life that everybody in the Sydney was going to find out about me doing drugs and on ice. That I was so scared that everybody else was going to find out that I was on the ice. Guess what that done? That created more anxiety. I created more anxiety that way. And guess what? Now I have no anxiety. Why? Because I stay away from them. I remember from the age of 23 to the age of 25, I stayed away from those people. For most of it. I'd show up here and there, and I tried to look my best. I would look my best. I would always look my best in life. I was always looking my best by what I seen in life. By what I seen and what I was doing in my life, I see that I was always doing my best. By my truth, I was always doing best. I was always doing my best. What changed? I started to get away from the crowd. Slowly. From the age of 19, my life changed. I was diagnosed as a schizophrenic. I was put in rehab for 4 months. For 4 months, guess what? Who visited me in my rehab? My biological dad and his girlfriend. They were the only people visiting me. Where were the drug addicts that I was having bongs with? Where were the people that I was doing drugs with? Where were the people I was drinking alcohol with? Oh, life shook me. Where are they now? No birthday party. No celebration party now for me. That's how I saw. That's how I was thinking. Now you may be seeing, no matter what, there is no thinking in life. You have to see that. There's no thinking in life. I was seeing back then. I was saying, where are they to say hi? That's a celebration party for me. Even today. But guess what? Today I have no need for them to say hi at all. I have no need for them to say hi. I have me now. I see the truth in who I am. I have no need for them. I never follow them. I never look at their stories. I never need them. I never talk to them. I never message them. I never send them anything. They just arrive into my Instagram and just see what I'm up to. And guess what? They're talking about me all day long now. Danny has these beautiful photos of him. He's so changed now. What's changed? Why is he so different now? And some woman will be saying, yeah, he was so judgmental before, but now he's changed. Oh yeah. And guess what? Now I'm a billionaire. I have no need for you now. Why? Because guess what? I have no need for her. She's a poor woman. You understand? I have no need for poor people around me. You understand? That's the way it is. It's either you're poor or rich. You can never have both. Now, guess what? Poor people make rich people rich. Yeah. I have no need for poor people around me. You understand? Why? I have rich people to go with. I have myself the most in my life. I have no need for people. I have no need for anybody but me. That's the main difference. I used to be a person, I used to be walking around with them, and there used to always be a leader in the crew. So somebody, that was also me, one of the top ones. One of the top ones. I always consider myself the top one there. And then guess what? Some guy comes up to me and saying, "Hey you, piss off." Yeah, speaking to me that way. Piss off, on the drugs. As I say it. They'll say, on the drugs, cuz. You understand? No matter what, I'm never them. I'm me. So I'm always fearless. I'm always a person who's never scared. And I was scared of those people. I was scared. I can see it. And no matter what, it's just random. People who are doing drugs are people who are dying. You understand? When you're dying, you're changing. You're changing either for the better or for the worse. Be around the people who are changing and growing themselves. Be around the people who are making a difference. Because there are either people who are making a difference or people who are never making a difference. There's no in between, as doctors say, in moderation. No, there's no such thing as moderation. You can never take pills and be healthy. There's no moderation there. Stop making excuses that you need endone pills, that you need pain relievers, that you need Panadol. My dad, and I mean my biological dad, every time I had a headache, I'd be a suki. I'd be saying, I have a headache. He's like, bring the Panadol. The Panadol's there. That's his solution. Yeah. That's how stupid he is. You understand? Yeah, it's stupid. He's stupid. He said, reach for the Panadol. Go to the doctor. Oh, he's sending me to the doctor. I'll go to the doctor. What's up? I have this migraine. So here's this. Take it. Go get the medication. That's the resolution. It's never the way to do it. I'm never a person who's taking medication anymore. Why? I stay away from medication. Why? Because I'm healthy. I keep myself healthy. I have no need for medication. Those people who are unhealthy need the medication. Understand? Why? Why do they need the medication? Why do you ask for it in the first place? Because they have deep core issues that they never solve. That's why they're reaching for scraps of pleasure. They need the alcohol. They need the drugs. They need the illegal drugs. They need the cigarettes. Like my biological dad needs. He needs a cigarette. Why? Why? He never solves his problems. That's why. Be a problem solver. Be a problem solver. Never be a gambler in the first place. Why? Because why would you gamble your money away? As Warren Buffett says, he says, never lose money. I just figured out, never lose money for the long term. You understand what that means? Never lose money. Some people say, oh, this was me. Never lose money. Yeah. Oh, but I can go poker 2 times a week. Well, it's only $11. Oh yeah, with that mentality, imagine you had real estate now. Oh, you can take 2 risks with your real estate to lose money? No, you can never. You can never lose money, man. You lose $500 million in real estate. What happens? You go bankrupt. Ooh, do you understand? So when you're poor, it's a blessing. Okay, it's a blessing. I'm just saying it's a blessing. Guys, there's a way out. There's a way out. And the way is in. The way is the truth. So what you need to do is you need to surround yourself with more commodities. What's a commodity? Food, gold, information, people, mentors who can really spark your interest to help you boost your business. Knowledge brokers is me, a person who's a life coach, a person who's giving products in terms of information. Tony Robbins, mentors. I've mentioned them in these videos. You understand? You need commodities. You need information in terms of personal growth, spirituality, finance. You need marketing, sales. You need also to make sure that you're writing, that you're doing something incredible in terms of staying away from television. Stay away from television, as Brian Tracy says. Why? It's going to help you grow. Guys, no matter what, a knowledge broker is someone who just gives you the information to help you. Knowledge brokers are Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, Tim Ferriss, Lewis Howes. Write them down. You understand? Gary Vaynerchuk. They're going to give you business ideas. You're looking for the ideas. Even when they're worse than yesterday. Those people. Those people are millionaires. They've got the financial terms. You understand? They have the financial terms. They may be unhealthy. They have the financial terms. What are the financial terms? They have the actual money in their pocket. They have the money. They can see the money in the pocket, in the bank account. They see $50 million wherever they put it. Understand? Where's your money? Guess what? I have money. I have money. Always have money. I always have money. Where's my money? In me. It's in my skills. It's in my abilities. It's in what I can give. The more I give, the more money I have in life. That's the way I look at life now. The more I sow, the more I'll get. I deserve what I have right now. I deserve the life I've lived. I lived through suffering, baby. I lived through suffering. I lived through it. I achieved it. I am now much better than suffering. I'm much better than suffering. Understand? There's no harm done in a person who is bettering themselves. Better yourself all the time and never be guilty about anything. When you have guilty about other people being together, then you'll never have them. In terms of, you'll never have a relationship with other people. Never be guilty, never be shameful, never be a person who is a loser. Never be a low life. I seen a junkie today in a corner somewhere in Perth. Guess what they were doing? They were licking a saddy. Do you understand what a saddy is? That was me. I was doing that. They're licking that saddy. There's actual drugs in it. And they lick it. And guess what happens? 24 hours, they're booming from sadness. You understand? They're delusional for 24 hours. Ice. It's ice. Methamphetamine. Understand? In Perth, yeah, they're sleeping around the streets. At night time, after 9 o'clock, never go anywhere after 9 o'clock. In the night, where else are you going to go? I'm in 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., I'm in bed. At 6 p.m. I'm in bed. Why? I have peace and quiet. In the hostels here, anywhere in the world, in the world, no matter what, I'm in bed by 6 p.m. I have stuff to do in my life. You understand? Whether weekend, whatever day it is, I'm in bed by 6 p.m. and I relax and I enjoy myself. You understand? I get to read financial education right now. You understand? Because it helps me stimulate my mind. I need to read more and more wisdom. You understand? Every single day, I need financial education from Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone. I'm always updated. And I make sure that on YouTube, I subscribe and I make sure that they alert me when they post a new video. I follow the updates. Brian Tracy says in his book, one of his books, he says, when you're reading information, read the updated material. You understand? Read the newest material on the planet. The mentors that just created something, they just posted a video, go to that right away. Because I was the person catching up to what they were saying. But guess what? No matter what, reading your own time anyway. You understand? It helps even. It helps you so much. Now I was a person, no matter, for example, I'm still a person who is reading real estate, and Grant Cardone has 187 programs in his playlist inside YouTube for free. Why? To boost his status, baby. You understand? So no matter what, go read every single one while he's posting new ones. When he posts new ones, go and see what he's saying and go continue. You understand? On your own time. No one's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You understand? Just make sure that you're never confused about no one and nobody. No one is no one person. Nobody is a nothing. You understand? Now realize this, when you're a person who is actually grateful for your life, when you're doing something amazing, when you're realizing, hey, I can speak in front of a crowd, I can give actual knowledge to actually help people, you're always going to be someone in life. You're always going to be doing something. You're always going to be helping people to survive in a better way. But guess what? No matter what, you never survive. You help people to thrive. You help people to really dig into the information and you give it to them. You give it to them for freely. You give it to them freely. Why? The more you give, the more you can give, the more richer you become. Givers are philanthropists. Philanthropists. People who are giving money. A philanthropist is a person giving money. Philanthropist, it's called a philanthropist. And so a person who is giving money is a person giving wisdom, is a person actually giving health in terms of wisdom of health. And so never give your health. Never give your health to anybody. When someone is giving you $8, I'm not a shifty person. When someone is giving you $8 in terms of a beer, hey, I just bought you a beer. Never give your health to them. How would you give your health to them? You will get the beer and you drink it. Say no, please. say no to drugs. You understand? Now, guess what? I may make mistakes in my videos. Never get me in a negative way. You understand? Never get me in a negative way. Just trust in me in terms of the truth of what I say only. You understand? So everything I do say, realize throughout life, I have mentors. And they say one thing. They're going about the stuff. Realize the past information you've read may be changed by those people that you read from. You understand? For example, Robert Kiyosaki says one thing, and then he says another. And then I say, hey, no, you said something else before. So guess what? I stick to what he said before, even though he said something else in his podcast. Do you understand? So guess what? That's honest, it's truthful. And I say, no. Robert Kiyosaki is supporting this guy because guess what? He's lacking in his health. The guy. You understand? So no matter what, I realize something that's happening. I realize no matter what, trust what makes sense only. So never trust the person I am. Trust the truth I say. In terms of where I lead you with the truth, in terms of common sense. When you make common sense and you see what I say, never think about it. See what I say and trust in that. See what I say. When you see what I say, you'll see the truth in what I say. You can see I'm not a junkie. You can see that I lift. You can see my communication skills. You can see nobody has these communication skills. Nobody has my communication skills. Why? Because I'm the best person on the planet in communication. So guys, I'm unique. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm your friend, as John C. Maxwell said. Now, I'm not anybody else. I'm me in life. Now realize, that is right now me being on offense, because guess what? When you're doing something in I am statements, make sure no matter what, you realize that you're on top of everything in life. Be on top of everything. Be on top of yourself. Be on top of who you are. Because I'm having a nice, beautiful time over here. I'm really, really into myself. When I take photos, I take it for pleasure right now. I used to be fat. I used to be very ugly. You understand? And once I show that photo to the people, and they see my Instagram, they're gonna be wow. You understand? And never use other people's catchphrases. You'll be fake. Use your own. Do you understand? Use something that's really going to help you. My catchphrase is, I'll show you something. I'll show you something. You sir, I'll show you something. You kid, I'll show you something. I love to say I'll show you something. Why? Because I'm a man of something in life. I'm a person of something. I give something. I give something for nothing. I used to have a wallpaper inside my actual phone, and I have a phone now. I always have a phone. And no matter what, I have a phone, which is a Samsung 20, which I'm grateful for. I'm always grateful for life. I'm always doing better in life. I'm always doing better than how I am. Now, no matter what, and in that wallpaper inside my phone, I have had, for example, mentors that really inspired me, and also said something for nothing, had a happy face, a love heart, a question mark. I had $10 million I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful for a symbol, that I'm grateful for $10 million. All my mentors, a happy smiley face, a love heart, and also a question mark, and money symbols. I'm grateful for that. Understand? And it helped me to really, really see some life expectancy in terms of living longer. It helped me to inspire me, helped me to stay on task. I see the person's photo, and I already see where I have to go. I see it. I already see it. I never know it. I never know where I have to go. I never know anything I say. Why? Because once I know it, I'll lose it. I'll lose the truth. Why? Because then you get into the thinking part. When you know something, you have no need to see the truth then. Those people who claim they know, never see the truth. You understand? You understand? So see the truth and you'll never know. See the truth, because the truth you can never explain. But those people who are 99% of the world, you understand? Guess what they're doing? I'm never 99% of the world, but I see what I'm saying. You can 99% of the world. They know everything. They're experts. You understand? Am I an expert? Am I an expert? No. I'm a person of truth. I'm a person of truth. I never label myself a specialist. I never label myself somebody who knows anything. I label myself a student. I'm a student of life. Why? Because I love to be a student. I'm a student. I'm not your guru. As Tony Robbins will say. I'm not your guru. Now, I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm me. I'm a person who's really, really developing myself in every single video I do. Why? Because guys, that's what you need to do to actually help yourself to succeed. You need to really help yourself really in daily life on your own. You need to walk your own steps. I walk my own steps. Everybody has to do it. My journal is full of EQ points. Now, my journal has what you never do. Now, you can stay away from 50,000 actions that I've actually taken in my life right now to actually enrichen your life right now. You understand? So some of those actions are saying, for example, what you never do. I'll write, for example, stay away from alcohol, stay away from these people, stay away from these areas because of these reasons, and I just stay away from all these prices in terms of life. Why? So that I can have more money. And you can just read my ideas. Read my ideas. It's full of ideas. Okay? So when you're reading ideas, when something makes common sense, bam! Go take action on it. You understand? Jamie Smart will say, go and find yourself an insight in terms of what's being said. When you're reading something in life, you have to read for insights. Those are the EQ points I talk about. You understand? EQ points is just a doing word. It's just a doing word. Go look for something to do. Go look for something to do, because that's all you need to do. Understand? That's all you need. You just need to be able to spin your propeller to do it. If it's too much writing, you're never doing anything. You're just doing the theory part. You need to do now. You need to do. Life is 99% doing, 1% planning. Daniel Voyage. You understand? Now, no matter what, someone else say that. Someone else said that. You understand? But guess what? I see that quote. You understand? But guess what? I plan now. I plan and I do it as I plan. You understand? I plan on the go. So I use my journal every day. I give 6,000 characters or more every single day, and I'm making see my journals every single day. I'm doing something, and I'm making you more common sense every single day. What you must stay away from. Stay away from this person. Stay away from this person. Stay away from this area. This area is poor. Stay away from the poor areas of life. You understand? That's already an EQ point. Never go to poor areas of life. It may be somewhere where there's bombing. Never go there. Why? That's an EQ point. Once you never go there, you've listened to what I've said. Understand? When I say, for example, never stay away from this person because they're a liar. Understand? And I can say that. I can say they're a liar because of these reasons, and then you can go and see that, and you say, yes, Danny, they're a liar. Stay away from them. You stay away from them. You listen to me. Understand? When you stay away from them. When I say, well, stay away from alcohol, and you say, yes, Danny, you make common sense. I'll stay away from it now. I've inspired you to actually go and do it. But have I really? You inspired yourself. You understand? The most, because you came to me. You came to me. I gave you the information to spark an intrigue for you to actually take that action. You took the action, never me. I've taken the action already. Now it's time for you to do it. So, for example, when I say stay away from these bikes because they're too expensive, because you never need expensive, that's all you need. You understand? If you can never afford it, stay away from it. Is that simple? Go and take action on it. You can never afford $20 a day, stick to $10 a day. You can never afford $10 a day, stick to $5 a day. What does that mean? Live in your means. If you can afford $600 a fortnight, live within that money and better yourself over the next 10 years with that money. Understand? Live like you're broke, as John Raymond would say. Now, John Raymond is a person who's a financial expert. He's a person of a student. He's a student of the financial game. And he says, live like you're broke. You have to live like you're broke. I've been living like I have no money. I'm not broke. I've been living like I have no money for 1 year now. On $600 a fortnight. And traveling 9 months Australia. How? I use other people's money. I use the government's money to do it. Why? Why don't you work the 9 to 5? Why would I work the 9 to 5? I get upset over there. I start losing myself. Oh, but Danny, you got an excuse. No, there's no such thing as excuse for me. I stay away from where they take my time. I control my time. I never need people who take my time away from me. I take control of my terms and conditions. I make sure I am the boss in my life. I never work for anybody else in my life. Oh, but how can you travel Australia with $600 fortnight? Now I teach you some habits. That's how. I teach them some habits. You'll see some habits that I made. I teach you how I can do everything. Now you have to listen up. You have to listen up how I can do it. You understand? Now, guess what? No matter what, the more you're reading, the more ideas you have a full journal of my ideas. For 2 years of journaling, I plan to keep this journal for over the next 72 years. Full of writing. Do you understand how much writing that is? I plan 80 hours a week to be doing these journals. You understand? Now, because I said that, I'll show you it. I do it already. I do it already. You understand? Because when you plan it, you think about it. You understand? So I already done it. Over the next 73 years, you've just seen that. And guess what? Never show people your plans in the first place, because I just showed you my plans. You understand? When you plan for something, never show what you plan for, just show that you'll do it. I just learned that now. Why? Because when you show that you plan it, you're thinking about it. Then it just makes sense. Just make sure you're never thinking about it. Make sure they just do it. Just say, I'll be doing this over the next 73 years. You know, I'll be doing my university over the next 73 years. You have me for life, for free. Just keep going. Just keep going and realize no matter what, that you're never trying something, that you're really into yourself, that you're really loving yourself daily, that you're really looking at yourself and saying, hey, I love myself. I'm a person of integrity. I'm a person who can actually speak now. I can stand up in front of a crowd. How? Because I went 1 year into Toastmasters and I found out how. You need to put yourself in those situations where you need to speak in front of other people for a certain period of time to gain some confidence. You need to do that. And guess what? Nobody's going to tell you to leave. Guess what? I did it already. I left them. They never said for me to leave. Once I left them, I started traveling in Australia for 9 months. Was it worth it? For me, yes. For them, no. Why? For them. Because they are never living my life. Did my dad, I beg your pardon, did my biological dad tell me to leave the house? He said, go. He said, go, go, go. I left. He keeps saying, go. Go, go, go. Well, guess what? He said it, go. And I just went. After 5 years. You understand? When your biological dad is saying, go, 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 and you're relying on him, yeah, it's a bit more difficult when you're relying on him now. Because when you go, you'll see yourself falling. And it's scary to go when he's saying go at the worst time. But when he says go and you're ready, oh, bye-bye. Do you understand? And when I was ready, he never said go. That's what I'm saying. He never said go. So guess what I said? Goodbye. Out of the blue. He looked at me. I said, you understand? That's what I said. I just said, he looked at me. I was like, I just went. And 4 months, we talked to each other. We talked for two days. We talked for 3-4 days. And then I left. And here I am around Australia. And guess what? We're calling each other every single day. I'm calling him. Today I was supposed to call him. But guess what? I made sure, no matter what, that I'm doing me today. So I'm never ashamed about anything. When they need me, they'll call me. I'm a person who's actually far outgrowing the person I am, because I'm always growing. And guess what? People are judging me. People are judging me right now. This guy's going to lose in the financial down market. What's a financial down market? A financial down market, now I'm not cocky, a financial down market, there we go, a financial downturn is something that, realizing no matter what, that the economy is going down. So the economy has got everything to do with financial terms. A financial term is a financial statement. So a financial statement has everything to do with, for example, the stock market, which is a financial statement, which is Wall Street. Wall Street is the government of every area in life is going down in money. You understand? Yeah. And they're losing money. You understand? Why? Why they're losing money? Because there's a big inflation going on. What's an inflation? Inflation is a bubble burst. And inflation is where, for example, your money over the long term is going down while people are working and being scammed. You understand? And they're boosting prices while the dollar is going down. When the dollar is going down, prices are lifting in terms of buying your food and everything. The cost of living goes up when the financial down market goes down. You understand? Yeah, that's what happened. That's what's happening. So no matter what, you have to realize, when you're a person who has an economy crash in terms of the world, make sure that no matter what, you never go down in your economy, because you are your own world. Everything outside of you is its own world. You understand? And you are the person who's living with you in yourself, and you have to realize that you're a person who is inside with the world as one entity. You're all together. So everything that is outside, never separate it. You understand? Make sure that the world is you. Everything that you see, everything in life is me and you. Understand? Now in me, I'm first in my life. I must be first, but you must see that the world is you. Never separate that outside world with you. Never make yourself a separate entity of the world. Understand? Because realize this, when you make yourself separate from what you see, you start going into the ego. And that's where you die. You're never separate. You're never a separate being. You're never a separate entity. We're all connected by air. We're all connected by water and also by objects and energy around us. Albert Einstein says the world is energy. The whole world is energy. You understand? When you're in energy, in an energy field, you're all connected. You understand? That's what he says. So realize this, no matter what, that you realize that you're a person who never struggles financially. So what do I do in this situation? In this situation, I'm never struggling in the first place. What I do is, I make sure I never struggle, but get you in a better place in terms of finances, but really teaching you how. So what you do is, you really must be on the offense about what you're teaching, so that you can really step up for yourself. Understand? When you're teaching others how to do better financing, you teach yourself how. That's how you do it. Understand? You teach people how to actually better their lives in financial terms, everything in terms of all life sequences. Become a life coach if you need to. Become a financial coach, become a health coach, become whatever you need to do. Make sure that you're teaching them whatever it is that you're able to do, and you can do anything. I believe you. You understand? And realize no matter what, that you are just tracking all your finances. Guys, I hold 3 investment journals. I hold a weekly investment journal where my finances went throughout the week. I actually label it. $16 hostel, $12 food, for example. Now I have more money than ever. I can afford what I get, and I'm always making common sense of where my money's going. Why? Because I have the habits to do so. And there's a person who says, those whose pleasures are cheapest live richest. But guess what? Never make your life cheapest. Never make your cheap life what it is. Make sure no matter what, you're never cheap in the first place. Make sure no matter what, that you realize that quote is very old. It's very old. It's by Theodore Roosevelt. And it means really, when you're living the most affordably, you'll be the richest. That's what it just means. That's translated from decades and centuries into today. When you're living in the most affordable terms and conditions, you'll be richer. What does that mean? When you're living the most affordably, you live in your means and you expand it. Understand? Robert Kiyosaki says, live below your means and then expand it. So live the most affordably you can. When you see a flight price for $500, which is the best price, and a cheap price for $300, and then guess what? Go for the most affordable one. Go for the most affordable one in time, money, and day. Understand? Day of the date. When's the most affordable time for you to go as well? You have to use the calendar, actual calendar in your phone. Go see what's the most affordable time for you to actually go. You understand? Make decisions with time, money, and who you are, with your skills and abilities. You understand? Make the most affordable, common sense decisions. You understand? When you stick to common sense in life, you'll always be prospering. My second financial journal is a journal where I just track my finances for the year. How much money I had this year, and no matter what, I always have money. I'm always having money in my life. So when you're teaching financial terms, be careful. You can get very confused. Realize this. I have a journal. I teach how much money I had until now. I always have money, even more money than I have in my life. Why? Because that's how you speak in financial terms. You must have more than you have. Understand? So that's a richer mentality in financial terms. So I have a journal where I'll be speaking about everything in terms of life. No matter what, I'm always doing it in my life. But realize no matter what, you're always staying on task. So in terms of finances, my journal shows how much money I have for the year and where I invested money daily. And then I calculate all together, and that's that. And then my third journal is my savings one. So say I made $15,000 for the day. I saved. How did I do that? I stayed away from the earphones I was going to get for $20. I stay away from it. Why? So that I can afford something better. I see, what do I really need in life? There's $200 headphones that I said no to before in terms of my life. You understand? And I said no to it. Why? Because I have something better. I have a better deal. So guess what? There is 20 bucks and there is 200 bucks. That's $220. I just saved. I said no to two. So I write all those prices down inside my capital increase 2020. And it may be maybe $300 for the day I saved in decisions, in terms of financial terms. And then some days it's been 64,000. Some days also I use sugar. How much sugar did I save over the long term, over 72 years? I calculate it and I put it down. How much fat did I lose by just making the decision to stay off the peanut butter forever? Huh? So I was actually eating 200 grams of fat a day with peanut butter. So what I done was 200 times 52. 200 times 365. I have a certain amount of fat there. Times over 72 years. How much fat is that? It has around 360 kilograms of fat. I just saved by just dropping out butter. Guys, no matter what, you have to realize now it's getting dark, it's getting shady. When it's going this way, you have to realize to start actually topping off your camera in terms of life. Make sure no matter what you're getting off, so that you can have a better time, so you can really do something, and so that no matter what you can show people where you actually are. Understand? So I'm here beside our nice beautiful beachfront at Perth. It's very nice and peaceful. So guys, people are also just walking around here sometimes. So I realized at first I came here, nobody was here except for one person, and I thought it was quiet, and yes, it's quiet. And guys, no matter what, for this section, guys, I realized I have to move into a better place where there's no people, because I hear people right now. They're distracting. You understand? So guess what? I'm never blaming them for anything, but I see that I'm never distracted by anybody. I need more silence around me. So I have to move into a better place. You understand? So that's what I'll do. And guys, that's how you say it. You never plan it, you just do it. You understand? That's how you do it. So realize no matter what, guys, I'll make sure to create more videos, and just realize you're never worried about how you finish, how you do anything in life. Realize that your life is now, your actual life is right now. So live in it now. And guys, no matter what, make sure you watch my next videos, as I have so much more content to give you. Guys, see you guys in the next video.